Hey guys, Stealth here. It's another Monday, so we're up for another War Room, and this will be episode 5 by now. Now, last episode didn't get too many questions, same for this week, so just going to ramble on about what's going on this week. Of course, last week we did get the new maps for Wargame. I covered most of them, but I forgot about Petty Field, the 1v1 version of it, so I'll probably be looking into that possibly tonight during the stream. If you haven't heard about that, I'll be streaming tonight at 7 PM Central European time, so that's 1900. It's going to be about 6 GMT, I think, or 5 GMT, and that's going to come down to about 3 New York time, if I recall correctly. Anyway, to start off with some good news, I did get into the Total War Arena early access, but I didn't actually play it that much. I messed around with it a little bit and then decided that the game just wasn't for me. But being an alpha tester, I did get a special alpha tester's reward key, which is just a key that you can activate if you're a Total War Arena player. Now, as mentioned, I won't be playing it because it's not my type of game, but you can use the giveaway key. I only have one to give away currently, so I've set up a page, and the link to that's coming up on the screen right now, where you can leave your email address and I'll send over the key to one lucky winner somewhere the end of this week, probably around Friday. So leave your email there, I'll send you, or I'll possibly send you the key, and I'll be looking into doing a weekly newsletter with the most recent vids, news on Wargame, other games I'm looking into, etc. Stuff like that. Other things, many people have asked me, how do I get into a game with you in Wargame Red Dragon? It's not easy. I usually play, or when you usually see me play, I'm usually recording videos, so it's going to make it more difficult to actually get in a game. That being said, your best chance to get in a game would be tonight. I might be doing a 10v10 so we can link up with as many people as possible. Other than that, I don't play Red Dragon that often, in the sense of just playing it for myself as entertainment. Most of the time I'm recording a video or doing a deck review, something like that. So I don't really actually play the game all that much, and when I play I usually turn it into a video right after. So actually getting to play with me side by side is something that is not that likely to happen, which of course I'm sorry for, but there's only so many hours in a week and I have to be pretty careful with my time. Talking about how I spend my time, I went to The Martian this week, which was a really, really good movie. Definitely recommend that. If you haven't heard about it, it's a guy who gets left on Mars after a Mars mission or during a Mars mission, and then it's his struggle to survive or not. So it's not something that's a total sci-fi movie, because you can see pretty modern technology being used, a lot of GoPros being used, for example, during his video logs. But other than that, it's a really, really good movie. Pretty epic, of course, being a space movie, that's usually what happens. But other than that, I think you'll enjoy it. What else have I been up to? Armored Warfare, and a lot of it. I've been moving up the tech trees quite fast, quite far. Latest addition to my armory, or my garage, whatever you want to call it now, is the Tier 5 Chieftain. And I'll be doing a review on that soon. But you can expect that somewhere towards the end of this week. Because I'm right now first setting up, or I have a lot of reviews already lined up. By the way, this is the Chieftain Mark 11. It's a bit similar to this tank. As I was saying, I got a few reviews lined up. You're going to be seeing the T64 review come up soon, the OF40 review, as well as the Dragoon 390 wheeled tank destroyer. So lots of new material coming up, and I try to alternate one day of Wargame and one day of Armored Warfare. And I hope you guys are cool with that. Other news about Armored Warfare is that there is a patch that is somewhere on the horizon. I'm just not sure how far away it is. The patch is going to be called .10. little creative on that front, but it's just a bit of balancing, just a bit of patching, I believe, so it's not that special. But what we do have coming up are a few tier 9 vehicles. Currently the game goes towards, maxes out at tier 8, with a couple of tier 9 vehicles being previewable. But the tier 9 vehicles should be really interesting, and I'll be covering a little bit of what you can see right now in the garage, as I'm going to be streaming that game Thursday. That's right, I'm doing another stream. It'll be up Thursday night at around 7 PM, so pretty much my standard streaming time. And what I would like to do is, say, get a group of 5 together, and with those 5 we're gonna do some PvE, taking on the most difficult missions. Of course, you need to make sure that you actually have a tier 4 in order to get to the difficult or the hard settings. So if you want to play, make sure you have a tier 4 vehicle. Other than that, there was one question, which was by Agent 47, and he asked, what MMO have you played, whether it was free or paid to or subscription, and why have you or why didn't you enjoy them? I haven't done that many MMOs, although I think that I have sunk about 1500 hours into World of Tanks. I don't really see Armored Warfare going the same way, because you can grind a lot faster. But it is definitely a game that has really captivated me and that I'm playing a lot lately. Other than that, MMOs, I didn't look into Elder Scrolls Online. Armored Warfare is of course another MMO that I play. Other than that, I'm just not really into it, because I think that for me they tend to become pretty big money sinks. And especially with World of Tanks, I put very, very big amounts of money into that game to get premium vehicles, premium time, gold, convert XP, whatever you want to call it. But I sent a lot of money into that game, which has also for a long while put me off playing Armored Warfare, because I wasn't looking for another money sink. And considering that you can get pretty much one premium vehicle. Oh, talking about premium vehicles, World of Warships, of course. I looked into that, although I haven't played it for at least 4 weeks by now. Anyway, those games tend to become a money sink for me. And since you can get one premium ship nowadays, especially from Wargaming, that's why I have stopped playing it, because I completely disagree with the way that they are pretty much pushing very, very expensive packages with interesting premium ships down our throat at major cost. For example, you can get a game like Fallout 4 for 60 euros here, or you can get a premium ship for 60 euros, and I'm talking about the Tirpitz here. Now, that is really, really expensive. Okay, I did also spend 60 euro on getting into Armored Warfare, but I got not 1 but 3 premium vehicles, a ton of gold, and 90 days premium. So with that, I'm pretty much stocked for the next 3 months until something like Fallout 4 comes out. So subscription MMOs, I just haven't touched those. Especially since once you get a subscription to a game, it's going to start feeling a bit like an obligation to play. It's almost like you have to play in order to get your money's worth. And I don't like that pressure of having to play a game. It's counterintuitive for me, because a game, as far as I'm concerned, is supposed to be fun and not something that you're obligated to do. Which is why I also stopped doing the Wargame Red Dragon videos a few months ago, because it started to feel like a job and I already had one of those. That being said, I do of course like being back in Armored Warfare and Wargame Red Dragon, and I think I have a pretty good mix of getting both types of content up right now. And I hope you agree with that, so let me know what kind of Armored Warfare or Wargame Red Dragon stuff you would like to see. I could go back into Wargame Red Dragon and look into the campaigns, but with the latest vote you guys said that you're more interested in actually getting deck reviews and standard gameplay content. Oh, by the way, now that I think about it, for Wargame, there is or was a tournament going on the Reddit servers, which is basically one of the largest community sites for Wargame. And a few YouTubers who are also doing wargame reviews or wargame gameplays are covering that. So I believe that Vulcan is covering it, Bolt Sauce is covering those, and maybe Patton, but I'm not too sure. He has his own YouTube channel, I already mentioned that last week, and I will be doing videos, but I just didn't get around to it yet. It's been a pretty busy week for me. Luckily this week and next week is a little less busy, so I hope to find the time for that and get a few videos with him recorded. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this War Room weekly video. As mentioned, join me on the stream tonight, join me on the stream Thursday. They're both going to be on YouTube itself. I know that I can use a sort of anti-spam bot in Twitch to make sure that they don't start taking over my chat. But I just haven't looked into that, and YouTube is just a lot easier for me. Albeit maybe a slightly inferior streaming platform to Twitch. But so be it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, give it a like. If you have any questions for me for next week, leave those in the comments. And other than that, I look forward to seeing you tonight or Thursday. So tonight, Wargame Red Dragon, and Thursday, Armored Warfare. Thanks for watching. See you next time.